Let's talk now about Lowestoft Town, because I was saying earlier on that it's non-league day. It's been deemed as non-league day by not only the Ryman League but other leagues as well. And of course no Ipswich Town game this weekend because the international fixtures and the England game's been played tonight. So we're going to have live commentary for Lowestoft Town's game against Folkstone Invicta in the Ryman Premier Division tomorrow. The Trawler boys won their last match away to Concord Rangers, 4th in the division, and we thought we'd get our fan on the phone on. And it would be a Lowestoft Town fan, just for a nice change. John Neve is that man. Morning, John.
Good morning.
You've only just come up to this division, of course, but did you expect such a good start to the season?
Well, we were hoping that it would be, and we sort of, because we did so well last year and looked at how teams had gone in the past that went up, we thought we would have a reasonable start, although after that first game when we lost away, that sort of brought us down to earth a bit. But the last 3 games we've looked good, and yeah, we're looking forward to a good season, I think, now. Because
it's always very difficult to gauge when you go up a division, because unless your team has actually played them, extensively in the past, sort of week in, week out, it's difficult to know how you're going to do.
That's right. Yeah, I think to be fair, the sides that we've played so far would appear to be towards, I know it's early days, towards the bottom half of the table, but so we don't know quite what's going to come around the corner, but I think we're looking good at the moment.
So, I mean, the excitement that there was at promotion, and you keep having promotion celebrations these days, which is quite nice at Crown Meadow. It doesn't look like it's going to fade away anytime soon, and the fan base is increasing. It's a really good time to be watching Lowestoft, isn't it?
It is indeed, and there's a great atmosphere at the ground. We got over 700 the first 2 games at home, and I would hope with this non-league day we'll get a few more tomorrow. If we continue to do well, I'm sure the gates are going to push up again like they did last year, and that'd be nice to see a few gates over 1,000 again. That would be good. The atmosphere is great. People are enthusiastic. The club is certainly on the up.
So, I mean, this is probably a good opportunity to sell non-league football to people who might not normally go. They might either go down the A12 to watch Ipswich Town, they might go and watch Norwich City, but they wouldn't necessarily go to Crown Meadow. What would your message to them be? Why should they go and watch the Trawler boys?
Because the standard of football is a lot higher than I think they would expect. You get a good atmosphere at the ground, people are very friendly, you get some good banter with the away fans, the club are keen to get people in there. The chairman's always there, you can talk to him, you can speak to the players in the bar after the game. It's a bit like going back to the old days when the people that you went and watched were the man in the street who you lived next to, and it's a bit like that again.
Yeah, and what do you think Lowestoft Town can actually realistically achieve? Because to my mind, having followed local football for a number of years, yourselves and Bury Town in particular, but also Needham Market have just come up, AFC Sudbury, are really pushing Suffolk football quite a long way, aren't they?
They are indeed. I mean, it's really on the up. It's great. The fact, Bury are a point above us. We've got a local derby, Boxing Day, I think that is, but. I forgot what you asked me now.
where this is all leading to.
Going, yeah.
Can we ever realistically, pie in the sky, talk about a Lowestoft Town or a Bury Town, indeed, getting into the Football League at some stage?
Well, I think we can, and I think that people look in that direction. It's not going to happen. Well, I'd be very surprised if it happened in 3 seasons. We've gone up twice in a row, and there's no reason to believe that. With a bit of luck this year that we couldn't do the same again. Whether we went up automatically or through the playoffs, I don't know, but from then on it gets difficult, and of course you have all the problems with ground improvements and the different things you have to put in place as you go up through the leagues, which costs a lot of money, but there's no reason to think that we couldn't move on up.
So Folkstone Invicta then, opponents tomorrow. They're down 17th at the moment. It's very early in the season, obviously.
Right.
But you must fancy your chances, though.
I think we do. I think they didn't do particularly brilliantly last year in the division. From what I see, I don't think they've made too many changes to their squad. So have every reason to believe that we should have a good win tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we'll have the commentary on BBC Radio Suffolk, but we want you to go there. That's the main thing, to sample some of the atmosphere at Crown Meadow. John, thanks very much for coming on this morning.
Cheers.
There's John Neve, our Lowestoft Town fan on the phone, our Trawler boy in person, and we'll have commentary here on BBC Radio Suffolk. But go and have a look for yourself, or go and see some of the other non-league games. There are plenty of them, and we'll have coverage here on BBC Radio Suffolk tomorrow afternoon. 9:15, the news headlines. Pakistan's High Commissioner in the UK has criticised as premature the International Cricket Council's decision to charge 3 Pakistani players under its anti-corruption code. Salman